Excited to see this one go down. Both surfers have showed some great surfing so far in the event.
Yeah, and we got a couple of rides to get caught up with. Nothing substantial as of yet. The clock has ticked down to 27 minutes and 55 seconds. Sequential rides. Here's our first look at Cole Houshmand, live action. And Cole is going to be on his way to the best score so far of this heat, especially if he can pull off that final air reverse, which he does. Looks to the beach.
Agile, which is very important. Here's the replay. Getting speed pretty quick. Set up floater. Snaps out of the lip. One more little check turn. Gets some speed through there and boom. Throws it round for a reverse. Not a bad start. Another replay of a couple of Sandon Whittaker's waves. Wave going a little flat. Tapping to the inside. Getting some speed now and probably just...
Out of San Clemente, California. Sandon Whittaker is going to utilize priority here, streaking down the line on this left, banks it off the top there, just a little lip glide. And that's all that Sandon could find. Holds. Looking left again. Nice snap, throwing the tail a bit on that first turn. Keeps the board alive through two more turns, so that's going to back up that 6.67 start.
It's going to be playing catch up after this wave. Nice open face. Great first snap, bringing the tail right round. And another one. Getting some speed and just making sure he finishes that wave off for a second score of a 6.10.
Paddle utilizing his priority. He's going to want to get something meaningful right now. Has to come around this first section. Gets a nice snap there. Throws the fins for a finish, and that's going to be his best wave so far in this heat at 23 minutes and 35 seconds.
But this wave had to go. Drives down the line, comes around this section. Nice snap out of the top. Steps back on the tail and swings it round a little bit to beat.
Take the kid out a couple times.
The smaller day absolutely smoked me, as we see Houshmand, nice to the left.
Able to swing the tail around that first turn again and throws the little air reverse, chucks the fins out into the air.
On the bigger day, I think I got him in one of them.
In the bigger day, it was all Louis. Here we go, Sandon Wits. Up. Nice couple of carves, and that's much better for the Avoca surfer. Gets the low road here on the double up. Little bonus on the inside and utilizes that for closing out with a nice layback hack. Scores of both red and blue. Here's the last of blue.
Better wave. Nice start. Staying tight in the pocket. Setting up the next turn out of the lip. Another snap. Races away from the power source of the wave a little bit here for my liking. But gets another snap and regains and finishes it off. And here's Cole's wave. Looked like a smaller wave, but some good surfing by these goofy foots. Great snap out of the top to start. Getting speed out of nowhere and bringing it round into a...
It's all pretty similar. They're all, we picked out Sammy Pippo's board right here, rounded square. Next to him we got Mateus's board, rounded square. Next to him we got Aiden's board, rounded square. And Finn McGill up the end there, rounded square. The only difference between those ones, I guess, continuing, and that's the choice for Aiden there. So the 44, pretty cool logo. And the other two boards, well, pretty stock standard really. And
Sandon, fast snap, and another snap on the closeout. Cole Houshmand taking off down the beach, finding a little bit more room to fit in some maneuvers. Separation between the two surfers, so it's all fair game.
Good priority then, so he elects to take this wave even though Sandon surfs it further up the beach. Drives around this section, taps it up there on the lip, gets a nice snap out of the lip again, sets himself up for one more, and a nice little touch at the end to finish off. This was Sandon on the same wave, but more north on the beach. Good, powerful snap. Another snap out of the top. Sandon's great in the flat sections to get another... Having a look at this one.
Here we go. Long wall in front of Whittaker. Hacks the first turn. Up in the lip again. Working through. Finishes off complete. Kicks out.
Racing away from the power source of the wave. Here we go. From behind the peak. Sets up a beautiful snap out of the top. A lot of power in that one. Hits it off the lip one more time. Was probably looking at an air reverse, but that section seems to put more emphasis into his turn. Here's a recap. This man in the red jersey, Cole Houshmand, got a fantastic start to this heat. Smaller wave here, but flying down the line and finishing with a nice little reverse, 6.67, and then getting this one down the beach a little bit. It's really on point at this event. Flying into this section and banging it off. That was another angle of that wave, and here we go. The leader of the heat right now, finding his form in the second half, and electric surfing by the little man from Avoca, finishing that one off. Fantastic. And here we go. This is the one that changed him into the lead. Powerful snap to start. Off the top one more time, not rushing it, and just finishing off a wave for the best score of the heat, a 7.07.
Action in Sandon. Whittaker strokes furiously into that wave, has to come around this whitewater section, bangs it up into the lip there. Aggressive hooking turn, the wave just dissipates under his feet, and you can see frustration. He realizes the clock's going to run out, and out of competition. Cole Houshmand, Sandon Whittaker does a great job to claw back into this heat, takes a win, and we're going to see Sandon in round number 4 when we get into that round here at the Jeep World Junior Championship.